Here today, I wanted to talk about something really quickly. If you didn't already know, the famous meme, the infamous meme, 3 developers that are working at Netmarble. And yes, they recently released a video, by the way, which it had 3 developers in the thumbnail, and I found it extremely funny. I have no idea if they purposely did that, where they literally put on 3 people and had 3 people like talk to the entire thing. Maybe they were just trying to, joke around too. I don't know, but like they did that. They genuinely put 3 people on, and the meme has been going around that there's only 3 people working on the game right now. Obviously, it's a joke. There's more, but still. It's pretty funny. I think that they were trying to play around there too. I don't know. And yes, obviously, before I get like hate, and I know this is gonna happen. Yes, there is a big dev team here running Grand Cross. That is the case. All right, calm down. Don't attack me. I'm clearly making a joke. Chill yourself. Calm down. But back to the main point, right? I want to talk about one thing real quick. In the latest update, the New Year's Festival and the festival prior to this one, the 3.5 festival, I think that the amount of effort that was put into the chapter, and I saw nobody talk about this, I saw nobody hyping it up, it might only be me, and it might only be me, but the amount of effort they have put in the story itself and making it actually look better than what the anime was turd, and we all know this. It's a fact to this day, to this century. The anime for Grand Cross or 7 Deadly Sins itself is garbage, okay? Past season 2 or 3, I think that's just gone downhill, and yes, it could have been better, and yes, people were like, oh, it's fine, you're just complaining. It could have been better, bro. Listen, you got shows like Jobless Reincarnation getting top tier, like peak animation, and we get like slideshow. I don't get it. It's a problem. It's a problem. Don't say it's not. It's a problem. It's a problem. And the newest movie was not bad, but it still could have been better. It could have been better. It was not bad though. Before I get hate, calm down. But yes, throughout the many things that happened in this entire chapter, I think that Netmarble actually really did good in capturing all of it. The ending sequence, first off, was outstanding. And again, in the recent notice that we did get in that video, they did confirm that this is the end of the main storyline for the year. It's going to be over. By the end of this year, most likely it's going to be gone. Maybe even before that, maybe around the summertime or into the 3.5 or rather the 4.5 anniversary. Maybe the storyline is officially over, and that is around the final chapter point, which is shocking and scary. That is really scary to think about. The game has been alive basically right now for what, 3.5 years basically, and it's pretty shocking that they've already completed all the story and got done with that. The reason Ragnarok and all these other updates also dropped was for the reason of we kind of want to, extend the game's life. We don't want to just die out. As soon as the main story ends, you see people commenting all the time, and I see it. Does that mean the game is over? Does that mean I should quit the game now because it's just going to end soon? No, it doesn't mean that. They have plans, and that's why they keep hammering it in everyone's heads, saying, yeah, we want to go and cover the next story because the next story is real. It's a thing. It exists. It's getting already animated and through movies and stuff like that. So we want to cover it, right? And they've made that clear that the game isn't going anywhere because they have plans to continue it, right? And now it's just shocking to see that that's what they did. But back again to the main point, I keep getting digressed here. They outstandingly handled, in my opinion, both of the chapters that both dropped for 3.5 and this anniversary, or the festival. Damn, were these chapters well done. And again, I understand on the side of content, it's not really too great. Yes, the content in the game has been a little bit dry, it has. We've been getting demonic beasts, which people want to complain about all the time. They are fun in some sort of capacity. Screw the dogs, that's not. But after a while, the bird and the deer are really easy now, and they're definitely better to kind of farm. The bird is also pretty hard because Miguelda doesn't have her relic for a lot of people. I understand that too, so I kind of backtrack on that statement. But there has been some good stuff that has been added in. It's just, yes, these anniversaries kind of had less content. I think the 3.5 was definitely more stacked than this anniversary, or this rather festival. This festival was just weak. But again, I'm getting digressed. I'm trying to talk about the story itself because the chapter was the only content we got that was beautiful and, in my opinion, peak. First off, if you actually played the chapter and you kind of look through it, the Demon King itself, animations for a character that may not release, was just stellar. The one sequence when he was getting attacked and like all that electricity was coming out from him, I don't know, bro. Some of the animations were just so good, and I remember watching exactly the anime. I'm like, oh, this fight's like so boring. What the hell is? We were hyping this up. We were hyping up how good Bond is gonna do and all of that, because I remember reading the manga around that point. They were like, everyone was like, oh, this is gonna be sick when it gets animated. And it got animated. I wasn't hyped at all. I was like, this is mid. And then all of a sudden, you see this over here in Grand Cross, and for a game, you have to think about it like that too. They did great. Like the animation, everything, the quality of the story and everything carried through was just top tier, and it was handled by 3 developers, as we want to say. I know, as the funniest point, but yeah, they literally, I'm not going to hold it down. They held the thumbnail with 3 people. They did that purposely. I know they did. I'm going to stand at that, and I'm going to live in my delusional world They did that on purpose. I know they did. The sequences beyond that too, in the latest chapters, I'm just going to say this now, if you've played the kind of cutscene for Escanor, where he get his passive and all that, oh my god, was that well done too. If you play the passive for Meliodas too, it's just they handled these characters really well, and they did Escanor justice. I wanted to record a video similar to this a while ago when Escanor released, because they did it justice. They copied a lot of the stuff, and not copied, but like did it so perfectly and paid homage to the original manga and stuff like that, and how well they made all of his sequences, all of his stuff. They literally did, I think, Escanor as the best unit in the game, lore-wise. Like, they handled everything 100% and like then some. Okay, the way they handled it was just great. If you look at his knighthood image, the knighthood costume, right, that cut in, that's actually from the manga, right? If you saw it, and then you'll understand like that was exactly how it is. It was great. There were a lot of things they did really good with that update. And then again, this one too, they actually handled a lot of stuff really cool. Melly himself, yes, other than the drip, which will still kill me. I know, people jump on me for that too. Calm down. Get the pitchforks away. I'm not a fan of it. I can have my own opinion. It's just, he could have looked a little bit cooler. But the King drip, I think, has the peak literal drip. That is my favorite. I literally will only run that now. Even if I purchase costumes for him later on with gems, I'm not going to use them. I'm only going to use the King drip because that is just immaculate. It genuinely is. But yes, with the whole game gearing up to kind of finish off this main story, they have a lot of stuff planned. They have some really cool fight sequences left in the game. We're going to see Skinny Escanor soon. We're going to see some more characters. Most likely, Maya's also going to get his appearance more and more times, and you'll finally get him as a unit appearance and a banner, maybe. Gelda also, we're going to get that side story potentially with the vampires. They also said the stories were not made in the animation, that they're going to handle that in the game and try and give it more life following that. We're going to get OC characters too, so in the future, there is that to look forward to. And then Ragnarok itself. There's a lot that Grand Cross still has left to offer. So for everyone commenting, game's gonna die in a year, we have more time than that most likely. Okay, calm down, we do. They wouldn't basically keep hammering it in your head saying, oh, we have plans to keep it up. Remember, 70's Origin is just going to create an entire thing. People want to say otherwise, like it's just going to be a new game and everyone's going to jump ship from 70's Grand Cross to that. I still think there's two separate games, right? For the reason that Honkai can still exist while, Genshin still exists. That's the same kind of way. This is a turn-based game, and people don't like to play Genshin, that style of game. They don't like it. They like to sit down on their phone here and there and auto-grind some stuff for fun, use their characters as PvP, card-based, and not having to real-time it. Some people have bad ping, and doing stuff like, Origin and how that's planned out, it just doesn't serve people's purpose. And with something like Grand Cross, that does. So I still think that when Origin releases, instead of rather ruining Grand Cross, I think it'll give more life to it and allow it to at least get more noise and stuff like that. If people pick up Origin oh, I'm not a fan of this, I like 7 Deadly Sins, I'm not a fan of this style of game, maybe Grand Cross is better and they go for that. There is a lot of potential with it. Again, I'm not gonna say anything there. I'm not a business person. I can't really give you 100%, but I still think that Grand Cross in the future will be fine. And the thing that they're doing of extending the story and ending it off this year is a lot. But again, the 3 devs, they have popped off and they did really good recently. Again, the joke of the 3 devs. Overall, I genuinely think that this was one of the best chapters ever made in the story. It could definitely rival, I'm going to say this now, it rivals that of 2 years ago when we got Escanor vs. Melly. That chapter was my also favorite. This one also in the list here. I was astounded how well they did it. I'm shocked, okay? I know I'm going to be just talking into air here. Please comment down below and tell me if you agree. If you disagree, I want to know. I want to be roasted for this, but that's what I want to talk about. So, thank you for listening to my weird vent. Yeah. Appreciate it. I don't even know what I just said, but yeah. Peace out, enjoy. That's been for me. Catching the next one. Have a stay safe. That's been for me. And have a fabulous time. Yeah.